Good morning. I am coming to you from the PAGSS Lounge here at Manila International Airport Terminal 3. I have access here because I have a priority pass. Now, it is just around like 6:30 in the morning and I am here about to grab some breakfast just before my flight. Now, I'm not going to show you any food shots because the food was kind of meh. So, instead, let's sit here together and watch the planes fly in and fly out. I always like plane spotting because I actually had a childhood dream of becoming a pilot and it never happened. Although there was one time that I wanted to pursue it, but the plans didn't push through. But I'm not going to talk about that now because that's another topic for another day. At around 7:45 in the morning, I made my way to my boarding gate. And if you are someone who likes to bring an empty water bottle and fill it with water, there is a water fountain here near boarding gate 101 where you can fill it in before you fly out. It was a relatively short walk to boarding gate 101 from the PAGSS lounge, even if it was located on the fourth floor on the other side of the corridor of the terminal building. I am flying out today on AirAsia Philippines flight Z2188 on board this Airbus A320. Boarding actually commenced soon after my arrival and I made it inside the plane. I am seated at seat 11A today, which is a window seat. It's a relatively short flight today, so that's why I'm here, but if it was any longer, I would have chosen to sit on the aisle seat. I am comfortable here in my seat, and as you guys can see, I have enough legroom. I am 5 feet 8.5 inches tall, so there is enough space for me to move my feet around. So if you are any taller, maybe that might be an issue. Now, the aircraft I am on seems to be extensively used. I can see fraying on the edges of the seat, so I think AirAsia should refurbish this a little bit. But if there's one thing that I appreciate, it's that the window pane here is not textured because I can see clearly what is outside. Now, what we see here right now is an Airbus A330 from Cebu Pacific Air starting its initial takeoff from the runway. A few minutes later, it was our time for takeoff, so let's enjoy the view of Metro Manila from the air together. If you're not familiar with AirAsia Philippines, it is actually a budget airline. So there's no first class, there's no business class, there's all economy. So if there's anything that you need or want, you have to pay for it, including my lunch for today. So I have here a small bottle of water, some utensils, and some chicken inasal. So in English, this is chicken barbecue. Now, it's been a while since I've had this, so let's take a look at this together. Alright, so this is how the chicken inasal looks like. We have rice here with some inasal sauce on top. We have some pickled papayas and of course the barbecued chicken. Now, frankly, I wasn't expecting food to be served this early because at this point, I think it has just been a little bit over an hour since we took off. So I found it a little bit too early because this was actually lunch. But since my food is already here, I might as well eat it because I don't want to eat it cold. Now, I do have to say that the chicken inasal tasted okay, not bad at all. I'm not going to be overly critical about it because I know our taste buds get affected every time we fly. I also like the fact that it wasn't too garlicky or too oniony in flavoring because I really don't like flying with an aftertaste in my mouth. And that's also the main reason why I decided to pick up a can of Coca-Cola from the lounge. I don't really drink cola as much, but this called for it because I knew I was going to have chicken inasal in this flight and I just needed something to drown out the flavor in my mouth, especially after the meal. Now, I don't really order food when I'm flying short routes, not unless it's necessary, and this is one exception. The main reason why is because this flight is arriving in Osaka at around lunchtime. So, basing on past experiences, I know that immigration lines are long, quarantine lines are long, and sometimes custom lines can take some time as well. So, I'm just so happy that I am eating right now so that when I arrive and I am in line, I'm in a good mood because I am full. Alright, so at this point, I'm just gonna finish the rest of my food and enjoy the view outside my window. Hello from the lavatory. So it's bathroom check time. So if you are tall, you might have an issue using the forward bathroom because of the curvature design here of the aircraft. But other than that, the lavatory is clean. It's nice. You have enough space to do your business. I mean, you have soap here, you have tissue. What more can you need? I actually took a nap after my quick trip to the lavatory, and before I knew it, landing has already commenced. I was very excited for this flight because this is the first time that I am landing into Kansai International Airport in broad daylight, because all my previous flights into Kansai have been night flights. Those were the flights that were only available to me at that time. So this is actually the first time that I am seeing the surrounding area of Osaka and the Kansai International Airport in broad daylight. So I'm actually very happy to be taking this flight. So at this point, we are now on our final approach and we are about to land into Kansai International Airport. And after a few minutes of delay because our aircraft cannot find an available parking gate, I am happy to say that I have finally arrived in Kansai International Airport. And before I let you go, I'm happy to report that the unmanned trains that connects the boarding gates to the terminal building is now up and running. All right, I'm going to let you guys go now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for flying with me. And I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye.